Guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I left off a few days ago talking about my experience with the coronavirus and my family and I's experience with the coronavirus, and I said that I would make another video basically telling you all the things that I've been doing for myself, the way I've been alleviating my symptoms, what I've been taking, what I've been drinking, what I've been eating. Now I know you guys are smart enough to figure out that I am not a doctor, so obviously this is not my recommendation to you. This is just out of pure curiosity from you guys wanting to know what I did and the things that I took. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. I am only speaking from experience. Please talk to your doctor before doing anything. I guess we can break it down by category. So I'm going to tell you everything that I've been drinking, everything that I've been eating, and then all the supplements that I've been taking. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Before I even became infected with the virus, I started drinking Emergency, the little packets, the little vitamin C packets, but I bought the packets that have the vitamin D. It's Emergency with vitamin D and something else. So for 80% of the time, I was drinking a packet of it. One pack in a 16.9 ounce bottle. Don't do more than one pack. I don't think it's good for you to overdose on vitamins because you just pee it out, may get a toxic overload from your vitamins, so don't do that. Follow instructions, people. I naturally drink a lot of water a day. I drink about 2 to 3 in the morning, 2 to 3 in the afternoon, and 2 to 3 at night. While I've been sick, I've been drinking 8 to 12. That's a lot. That's a lot of water. I drink a lot of water. My skin should definitely be way better. Life is not fair. Anyways, yeah, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. One thing that I've done is hydrate a ton. Every night, tea, lots of tea, matcha tea. I purchased a really great matcha tea powder from Amazon, and I've been drinking that, I want to say, right before I got sick. I love matcha tea anyways. To begin with, I get the matcha tea at Starbucks, which I love, but that one has way too much sugar. I like to do a high quality Japanese matcha. So I just do it in the morning. I heat up half a cup of water, do 1 teaspoonful of the matcha tea powder. Then I do a little bit of honey or a stevia packet. I mix it with my spoon, and then I add almond milk. I guess I do like a nice dash of almond milk, and then I froth it up. Yeah, so I noticed that the matcha tea kept my energy levels up throughout. So I was doing bottles of kombucha. You could get big bottles of kombucha at your grocery store, like Shaw's. They sell huge bottles of kombucha. So I was doing that. I always try to do the kombucha that has the least amount of sugar. So kombucha really helped my stomach issues. Every single night I was doing a peppermint / bedtime tea to kind of lower my anxiety, because it's already hard enough with the breathing, but when you are nervous and stressed, you could cause yourself to have a panic attack. And I think that happened to me once or twice. I was just so worried about my health when I was having a really hard time breathing, and I would just like psych myself out. Every now and then I would do a cup of orange juice. Again, I try to stay away from really sweet sugary drinks, but when I wanted something sweet, I would do an orange juice. Organic orange juice with the vitamin D. I know I'm telling you what I was drinking, but I also want to warn you, because I did this once, and honestly, just don't even try to drink alcohol, because it will lower your immunity. So one of the nights I started to feel better, I made a big mistake, and I cracked open a bottle of sake. 3 sips into my sake, my breathing just got so labored, and I actually got terrified. I poured the rest of the sake back in the bottle, and I did not finish it, and I started guzzling a ton of water. And yeah, just don't drink alcohol if you're sick. It's not a good idea. Now for food, I tried to eat as healthy as possible. So if I did sugars, I tried to do sugars from like fruits. I did a lot of bananas and tangerines, a ton of soup, ramen soup, Lipton soup, Dominican soup. We have a certain type of soup that's called sopa boba, which means kind of like dumb soup. Dumb as in simple, it's very simple to make. I was doing a lot of greens in my soup. So I would take like a Lipton soup. I would do green onion, cilantro, and spinach. And I would take all those greens, chop it up, and I would throw it into my soup. I would add black pepper or white pepper. I was also air frying as many things as possible. Vegetable medleys, I was doing like mushrooms and broccoli and Brussels sprouts. I would glaze them with olive oil, pink salt, black pepper, and then onion and garlic powder. I'd cut it up as best as possible. I'd throw it in the air fryer, and then I would have it with some type of lean protein. So whether that was like chicken, I would saute or bake the chicken, or you know, if you like beef, I was doing some lean beef from time to time, sauteing it. Boils, I was doing a ton of boils. So I would boil potato, carrots, onions. I wasn't doing a ham. I would boil it in water that had pink salt, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Give it that nice, nutty, spicy taste to the water. I would boil it until obviously things got soft. Then I'd take the vegetables out, I'd cut them up, and then I'd have it with organic butter. I'd add extra pink salt to it, black pepper. So I think my style is a lot of healthy spices. Herbs and seasonings have so much great benefits, and obviously I'm just telling you what I did, so I'm not going to give you like a full breakdown of what each thing is because we'd be here all night. A bunch of soups, air fried vegetables, lean protein, vegetable boils with lean protein on the side. Oh, and when I'd get like adventurous, I would make homemade guacamole with corn tortilla chips, and I would have that as like a snack. All right, so for supplements that I was taking throughout being sick, all right, so bear with me here because this is probably the longest list. Herbal menthol cough drops. I am doing cough drops every single day, probably like 5 to 10 cough drops a day. I started drinking elderberry syrup that I purchased at CVS probably like a month before I came down with the corona, which is supposed to be good for the lungs, the respiratory system. The emergency packets that I was drinking 1 packet a day. Tylenol for the muscle pains. It was not recommended that I take any aspirin or ibuprofen, so I was just sticking to extra strength Tylenol. When my fever was low grade, my body just pretty much fought it off without the Tylenol, and I wouldn't take the Tylenol until I felt like, okay, I'm really hot, I feel like my fever is going up, let me take a Tylenol. Vicks Vapor Rub, I was doing Vicks every night before bed. So on my chest, on my neck, I hate the feeling of Vicks. I really, really do. I cannot stand it, but it helped me breathe better at night. So chest, neck, back of ears. Wash your hands when you're done. You don't want to poke your eyes and then have your eyes burning. That's not good. I was keeping my sinuses nice and hydrated as well, so I actually do a Manuka honey nasal spray that I also purchased at CVS. So I do that every single night before bed, and I started doing that before I got sick. So I felt like that really helped with my congestion, and it helped my sinuses flush out. I also had a shower ritual, so I would shower with the water as hot as I could possibly stand it. So I will not lay down in the tub because I will actually disintegrate and just die right in the tub. So I don't take bubble baths, but I did fill up the tub halfway with water because I would put eucalyptus bath salts. I'd throw about a cup in so that as I was showering, I was inhaling minty fumes. So I felt like that really helped open up my airways. I just so happen to have this bottle, but yeah, I take the Natural Calm anti-stress drink as well. I do this every single night. I put a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons. I've been doing this before I got sick. I put it in my cup of tea, or I put it in my water. So 1 to 2, it's a magnesium supplement because I feel like, well, it says restores healthy magnesium levels. I just know that it really does help me feel better. So I take 50,000 units of vitamin D once a month. So I do a huge shot of vitamin D for myself once a month because for some reason that's the only way that my body absorbs the vitamin D and actually keeps it. So once a month I take 1 pill, 50,000 units. I get my vitamin D levels checked every time I go to the doctors to make sure it's at a good spot. It's just big, the dopamine and serotonin, just a big party in your brain. So now on top of the supplements and medication that I was doing, I think that's pretty much it for what I was taking for supplements. But I was also doing essential oils because I'm an essential oil freak. I love, love, love oils and they make me feel better. So I also do essential oils every night before bed. My 3 go-to oils are frankincense, clary sage oil, and lavender. Blend of 2 drops clary sage, 2 drops frankincense, 2 drops lavender with a little bit of jojoba carrier oil. I mix it up, put it in my temples, put it here, back of my neck. I do that because it helps to alleviate my pain. When I lay down and I put it on my temples and here and all over, I feel like so calm. I will always say clary sage is the top dog when it comes to oils because you feel its effects like immediately. So when I was having my corona migraine, that was a migraine from the pits of hell, came from whatever hell's hell is. So clary sage helps that pain. So I don't smoke weed. I don't do anything that has THC because I am a paranoid smoker. When I was younger, just had really, really, really bad trips off smoking weed. My body doesn't do well with anything that makes me feel like I'm not in control of myself. While I was sick and I was really stressed out, I did do CBD oil from time to time. I have like this chocolate mint flavored CBD oil and an oil from the marijuana plant, except it doesn't have the THC. It's not going to get you high. It's just more so for a calming effect. I was doing a little droplet, like a dropper of oil under my tongue. I did that a few times a night. I try to do that at nighttime before bed, but that was only again when my anxiety was really high and I felt like it really helped me kind of like just calm down, chill out. I was doing the 10 milligrams and that's super, super low for CBD. Yeah. So these are just the things that I did for myself that have been working for me. Oh, guys, before I go, let me throw in another little thing that I've been doing. So I've also been doing, you can look it up, I will try to link it below as well. I've been doing corona breathing exercises too. So I've been doing that probably for the last like 5 days. And I felt like it has really helped me open up my airways. When I started to feel like I was having labored breathing, I was having a really hard time breathing, I started to work on my lungs and trying to just work them out. I cannot do actual physical exercise, normal exercise, because it just really like knocks me on my ass. It really takes me out. Yeah, so I've been doing coronavirus breathing techniques, and I've also been doing the Wim Hof breathing techniques for beginners. I make sure that I take things easy, step by step. I don't jump into anything else because the breathing exercises are intense, and you definitely want to warm up your body to the breathing exercises. You don't want to just jump in and start like hyperventilating. Coronavirus breathing techniques and Wim Hof breathing techniques for beginners. So yeah, I think that's it, and those are the things that I did for myself while I was sick, and I hope that everyone who's watching this is out there taking care of themselves. Thank you so much for watching my videos. All the things that I mentioned in this video, I will link it down below. I appreciate all your support and your kind words that you guys said to me in the last video. That really means a lot, so take care of yourself. I will see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.